Hello Aquarius, welcome to your monthly relationships check-in. So November 25, checking in on all relationships, not just with people. Could be environments, could be situations, right? Who knows? So we'll see what the cards, how the cards direct the conversation. This pile we're going to use to get some feedback, insights, comments, I guess, to you about a them. So it could be an individual, could be an organization, could be a group of people, community, who knows? So you fill in the air quotes around them, so whoever them is for you. A timestamp below, so if you want to jump out to your messages, feel free. Otherwise, we'll hang out together, we'll get the cards, we'll see if any charms want to complement the cards, and any initial impressions. Starting with you. What is the Aquarius relationships? Oops, check-in. I know I said oops, but that definitely felt purposeful. So, leaping out of the deck, jumping forward maybe. Are you excited about something? See, it looks like they want me to kind of build it up here. I'll do my best around my bowl. So, like where you've been, why you're happy, where you're headed. I don't know, something like that. Not really a traditional flow like that, past, present, future, but for some reason I said it. So that might be exactly what's going on here. It might be the progress in a singular relationship area, and that's the important thing to talk about this month. Sorry, it's my OCD wanting each card to kind of have the same amount of space. That's why I'm fussing. All right, and the them. Get some cards for them. Some messages for you. Well, we just lost half the deck. So there's a lot for you to just throw away as it relates to them. Like it's non-relevant, let it go, toss it. Because they just threw away about 1/3 of the deck here. So inconsequential, right? Insignificant cards. That's probably the best word, insignificant. Okay, just arranging the cards in the manner that they want. Looks like just the two. So no wonder they didn't need half the deck. They're like, we just need 2 cards. Just stick to the facts maybe, right? Stick to the black and white. Stick to what you know. And get rid of all the other garbage. Okay. This will be just stick to just the 2 of you. If it's an individual, and ignore all the outsiders, right? Toss out all the hearsay. Yeah, just letting them discard charms. I got busy right away, so see what they really want here. Okay. I don't know why we hovered over the bowl. They still brought forward the cards. I just want to see if the cheerleader here is meant for anything. No, they kind of pull on her, but they're not really dropping her. Okay. Now I gotta figure out which one they wanted up here. All right. Aquarius children, and you have that Age of Aquarius song. Comes on the radio a lot here. I enjoy singing it. I don't know if you do, but I do. I'm not going to sing it now because I don't have a made for the world singing voice. It's a made for Ashley in private singing voice. Let's start at this. What was I calling it in the beginning? The past. I felt like this was the progress being made in a singular relationship space, an area that you have. But let's see. So we're starting with the Ace of Swords. This is obviously you conquering, right? Conquering the maze, conquering the path, because you've gone ahead and just tied the big old knot here in the center, and you're like, there, you made the fix. You're not going to have me walking around this labyrinth forever. So I've made my own. And you're like, and that's what I'm going to do. That was your lick it, stick it, stamp it. I'm putting my foot down. I'm here. I'm staying put. I've made my little nest, and kind of screw you, screw you all. And I'm kind of laughing and saying it in that vein because I can see the bit of heat here on the outside, on your border, right? You're still protecting. Every now and again, right? They cross in, they come into your home, but you're, on the most part, you're keeping them on the fringe here, whatever this is, whatever's got you heated. But look at the prosperity, the abundance sneaking in here, starting to crawl and make its way to you as you decided to no longer kind of wander maybe aimlessly or feel like you're moving forward with no progress, right? That's why you tied the knot. You're like, nope. So, I'm going to stay put, and wealth and prosperity and joy and happiness, you're going to find me right here. You're going to come to me. That was your decision made. So your relationship may be with wealth, or just your relationship with all things. Maybe that's why I'm not really getting a singular, right? Your relationship with all things is, I'm going to put myself first from now on. I'm going to put my needs first from now on. And I don't care how you all feel about it. And look at the prosperity that happens when we put ourselves first, when we communicate our boundaries, when we express what we need and want in a relationship or from a relationship. Okay. I don't know why I'm kind of shaky. I got like shaky hands. My fingers trembling. This charm is my ancestry necklace. So you have an ancestor that might be trying to answer you right now, or maybe influencing your energy right now, encouraging you to stay in this energy and embrace this version of you, right? Not the angered version, but the determined version. Maybe you have a lot of traits like them, right? Sometimes we say, what's the saying? Apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, right? Maybe there's a lot of common between the two of you. Maybe you have the same sign. You're both Aquarius. Oh, look at that. Six of Swords. Look at the two of you together. Look at them in their angelic form here, riding right at your back. They're with you. Look at them steering, right? I was talking about them influencing, guiding you a little bit. Look at them steering, making sure you stay on this track, get to that shore. We like it. We like that you're in this energy right now. So I'm going to do what I can to help propel you a little forward, right? They can only do so much. We do our part, which you did. So they're doing their part. So you might be having experiences now that feel very fortuitous, which means good fortune, good luck, good favor. Running into the right people at the right time. It's receiving and being able to receive a phone call when it comes in. It's just good news arriving. You've been waiting for a long period of time. Maybe you even forgot about it because it's out here in the outer periphery, and then in comes the good news to you. I just feel like there's some really nice, like, wow moments, right? Kind of like you're sitting here at the front of the helm, like most of us, right? We like to be at the front and see what's coming, see how close we're getting, and you just have this amazement, this wow, this anticipation. Really good energy here. This indicates to me that you have a really healthy level of belief in spirituality, ability to connect. You probably believe heavily in receiving signs, right? Because you're looking, you're seeing, and you're acknowledging that wow, You're acknowledging the sign, the beauty that your loved one's influencing. And then here on this charm, we have them again. This is them picking up your foot. This is them supporting you as you continue to walk forward and make the progressive growth that you're doing here in your relationships, or maybe how you're approaching all relationships, like your outlook, your approach, your demeanor, who and what you let in, right? Because this is your home. So you're protecting your boundaries. Yeah, look at you stepping forward. Here you are, stepping forward from one place to the next. And I say that because it looks like she's coming out of one environment, stepping over this large tree of wisdom, right? One of the roots, the trunk is so wide, and kind of stepping over into the next quadrant. I like how you're kind of petting. It's almost like saying goodbye, but acknowledging again everything and where you came from, but you're acknowledging your growth as you step forward. You're again, that anticipation, excitement, thrill. You know, you're ready to give your ticket to join the ride. So maybe that's what you've learned. You know, when it comes to relationships in all its forms, you kind of got to go with the ups and the downs. You got to be like the dragonfly, right? Be adaptable and adjust and make change versus just letting it happen to you, right? The maze. Don't just let the labyrinth happen to you. You stopped it. You're like, no, enough of that. No more. I'm going to ride the waves. And your loved one loves that you've come to this awareness, this strength, this bravery, and you're enjoying it. You're like, I'm going to ride that again. That was a thrilling ride. Look what happened. Look at my success I got when I did that. So let's do the next one. Let's conquer the next, tension or relationship area. It's like you're conquering one after the next as you head forward here. Completely change your approach, your outlook, your demeanor, attitude. I don't know, like every word I can possibly think of. Mindset. It's so much more positive from where you were. You know, can almost read this as the left and right brain, right? And you're like, I can use both. It doesn't have to be either or. I don't have to split it. I'm using both. All of me is perfect and fine. Let's go over to this them group. See what them is, this pairing. We have the High Priestess here. Now you're starting. It's almost like them is wondering where you went, right? They're starting their spell here. They're in this kind of apocalyptic, the entire world is gone. Where the heck did you go? But you didn't go anywhere. You just planted your feet. You made roots, right? You chose to stick with something, stay somewhere. But they're wondering, where did this person go? Maybe you're ghosting someone. Maybe you decided not to talk to them anymore. But they are curious about you. They're not reaching out, but they're trying to, maybe they're trying to look at pictures or maybe they're trying to talk to others to see what news other people can give them about you. Or this could be someone who's just naturally concerned of your well-being, but they have no way to reach you, right? The bridges was burnt. The world here is gone. It's destroyed. In your opinion, this is done and dealt with. Goodbye. I blew that up. Oh, look at that. I blew that up. Death. Right? Major change. It's interesting that I said they could just be wondering about your well-being, and then we have the sort of head to toe I wonder if they're okay. I wonder if they're injured. I wonder what's going on. But you're like, no, look at me. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I'm doing good. Right? 100%. Look at you pointing down to your brain again. The brain, the brain, the brain. The power of your positive mindset right now, your determination, but it's enthusiastic determination, right? You have the right level of joy, playfulness as you conquer these various relationships with others, with money, with your career, with your environment, with yourself, with your spirituality. Maybe you're very open-minded or getting more and more open-minded, the way the hand is here. It's the left hand. So left hand is receiving, and it's by the mind. So open mind, you're receiving, you're open to receiving information, insight, no matter where it's coming from. And that's sort of where you're stepping into, right? There's your step forward. There's that new world I was trying to express, right? It's just over your tree of wisdom's root, but you're going from this desolation into such a beautiful green pasture here. Like them is behind you, whatever them is. You know, them could be, I don't know, debt collectors. And you're like, nope, conquered that. Them could be an old neighborhood. And you're like, yeah, I've picked up, I've left. Don't need to go back there. Them could be just your past, could be 10, 20 years ago. And you're still a bit curious about that company you left or that partner you left. And they're equally curious about you, but they're using powers of divination here. So they have no insights, Aquarius. They just have, you know, what they're trying to muster up here, what they're trying to figure out. But you've moved on, you're moving on, and you're feeling way better. Look how much you've healed. All of that. Healthy, healthy, healthy. Physical, mental, emotionally, inside and out. You're doing good. They don't really know, and I don't think it really matters to them. I think it's more just curiosity for the sake, because they know you and they haven't seen or heard from you in a while. But you're doing fine without them. Like, I'll go back to debt as an example, because I use debt, and you might be like, well, how does that apply to debt? Well, that could be a credit card company that keeps fishing you, right? Throwing you another credit card, giving you letters to say, you know, we can offer you a higher limit. We'll give you this kind of card. You'll be in this program, blah, 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 right? Trying to win back your business, your service, your clientele. And you're like, nope, I am perfectly fine living debt-free without you. Don't need you anymore, right? Gone are the days of relying on lenders. So they're curious about you. They wonder where you've gone because you were their source, right? Look at them dead here in desolation. So you were their source, but you took it away from them. You walked away. Boom. Gone. So we'll connect in next month. We'll see exactly where you land, because your foot has landed. So we'll see, maybe we'll see a nice glow up in a bunch of different relationship areas. See the progress made, or maybe we'll get a bit of a hint, because it'll be December. Maybe we'll get a bit of a hint into 2026 and where you're going, right? Have you landed on the shore? And what does that look like for you? With what kind of relationship? Is it with the money? Is it with others? Is it with a job? Is it with travel? Is it with creativity? Because there's a lot of brain function here, a lot of brain power happening. Even up here, your crown, right? You're sitting on top of the head, crown. It's all about your mind this month. Mindset, 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 positive outlook, excited, enthusiastic, anticipating, wow, 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 wow. So let's connect in next month, and we'll see what all the wows were.